Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of your OGR, as today we're going to be talking about the last three games that just happened for the Edmonton Oilers, 2 against the Kraken and 1 against the Jets, where I got to say, I think we've seen every type of game the Oilers played. We got to see a game where we scored a crap ton of goals, got goalied, and gave up a lead where we just played very poor defensively. So there's a lot to talk about with these 3 games, which I'm very excited to talk about them. But before I get into this one, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. It'll be very much appreciated there, guys. Now, one more thing I like to get into. Sorry, guys, for not uploading anything over the last few days. I've been on, once again, another little hiatus as I was getting ready to, go down to see my family for a few days and spend some time with them during New Year's. And then once I kind of got back, I've been just kind of relaxing, taking some time off. So that's mainly the reason why you guys haven't been seeing too many videos, and also got sick throughout December as well. That's the reason why I took the first hiatus, was because I was sick and crazy busy. And now I'm just kind of relaxing and getting everything organized for when I do go back to work and really start, honing in on the streams and stuff like that. So everything will be returning once again. About next week, everything will be returning back to normal with streams, OGRs, podcasts. So things are going to start coming back this week, and then into next week, things are really going to start, picking up once again. So I'm really excited about that. So let's get into this one here. Let's get into this OGR. We're going to kind of go over the games kind of quickly. I got some notes that I want to talk about with each and every game that I want to kind of dissect and talk about. So we'll get into the very first one, where the Edmonton Oilers won 7-2 over the Seattle Kraken in a game where we just played, I got to say, one of our better games. I thought we were really, it's so funny because the Oilers give me this, I can't find the word right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's just, it gives me this hope. It gives me this hope that this team could turn itself around. You see a game like this where we just, kick ass, we play really good, and then the next game against the Jets, we got absolutely goalied against Hellebuck, and then the next game, we faced the Kraken again, and we couldn't play defense. Like, these 2 games that we had against the Kraken were polar opposites. We had a game where we actually did quite confident defensively, and I thought we had a pretty strong game, to the next game where we couldn't even defend, we couldn't even do anything. Like, we were just missing assignments. We didn't know, who's on their strong side. Just a lot of miscommunication between these 2 guys. It's crazy to me, how the Oilers just changed the way that they play on a daily basis. It really is annoying watching this team on a daily basis as well, and try to dissect each and every game, because quite honestly, it's the same crap over and over and over again. And I know you guys have been hearing this over the last 30 fucking games that I've been making videos on, is that, I've been talking about the same thing over and over and over again. And quite honestly, it is the same crap over and over and over again. I'm not even really blaming Woodcroft in this situation, because we're quite honestly in the same spot that we were in last year with Dave Tippett. Where with Dave Tippett, we just didn't have good combinations. We just didn't know what to do. We didn't have a good defensive core. The offense sometimes either blows up or it completely dries out. Depends on how they're feeling that day. But this game against the Kraken, we were feeling extra offensive. We got so many goals. It was absolutely insane, the amount of goals we got. We'll kind of go over the scoring sheet here right quick. We got goals from Hyman, Kostin, Nurse, and Puljujärvi in the first period. Then Sprong, Kostin, Hyman, and Tanev made it 6-2. And then McDavid ended the game off with an absolute gorgeous goal to make it 7-2 for the Edmonton Oilers to give us that huge dub. And this is one of the games I felt really good about. We actually were able to give less minutes to McDavid, and Draisaitl was out of the lineup. He was out of the lineup for the past 2 games. One against the Jets he wasn't in, and the one yesterday, or the game before that against the Kraken, the back-to-back, Draisaitl didn't play. He had a core muscle injury, and Stuart Skinner played amazing. Some of the lineups that I really loved, I'm really enjoying the McDavid-Hyman McDavid line. Such a great line. They played amazing over the last 3 games. They've just been incredible to me. They've just been the all-star line. Now, I don't know why, for some reason. I know we were down, so you throw McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman together, but honestly, they didn't do anything offensively. I thought whenever they were out there, it felt like the offense died on their sticks, quite honestly. Kostin, Nugent, Yamark, I've been a really big fan of their line. They're just not amazing defensively, but they could definitely get themselves going offensively. I also been a big fan of Kostin. I know he's on a little bit of a PDO here, and there's some analytics that really show that he might not be able to continue to do this. But I feel like Kostin might. I've really been loving Kostin. Kostin's just going to be, I think, a really good top 9 forward moving forward, where he'll sometimes be able to do this type of stuff where he just absolutely blows up offensively, and sometimes he just kind of dries out. But Kostin has been amazing over the last few games for the Edmonton Oilers, getting 2 goals against the Kraken and also getting 1 against the Jets. So 3 goals in 3 games. He's been amazing for the Edmonton Oilers and been a really nice player to see. Defensively in this game, Nurse and Cece had an all right game. They just still not amazing defensively. Kulak and Barry, Nemeland and Bouchard. Bouchard has been having some really rough nights defensively. You could take a look at the games, even against the Jets. Bouchard, I think Bouchard and Broberg do a lot better together, but once you throw Nemeline alongside of Bouchard, I feel like Bouchard is having to carry the workload. But even then, like, Broberg and Bouchard had a really rough night as well, but I've been feeling like Bouchard's has been having a really tough go defensively over the last little bit, but I also feel like he's been, the guy that's been carrying the defensive workload as well. When you're playing him against with, Broberg and Nemelainen, who I feel are not ready yet. I've been loving Broberg's play. I really have. I think Broberg has been pretty good in the back end. It's just the problem is when you're playing 2 young guys alongside of each other, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. And with the team that we have right now, we cannot be making the mistakes that we're making. We're 20-17-2. We're basically a 500 record team, which is definitely something that I really don't want to see with this team. So move on to the game against the Jets and the Oilers. This game we got absolutely goalied in. There wasn't really much that we can do. We got goalied. Hellebuck absolutely stole the game. The Oilers actually played quite well in this game. There was a lot of good things to say about it. Campbell didn't make the saves that he needed to make. He didn't face a whole lot of shots in this game. He only faced 17 and he lit 2 in. And both of them, I mean, I really don't blame the Connor one. It was a nice tip. But the Neil Pionk one, you got to have that one. And it was a nice bomb from the point from Pionk right into the back of the net. And just a game where we just couldn't generate any offense. McDavid went scoreless throughout the night, which is the first night in like 18 games or whatever. It was insane. Like, it was really insane. But once again, the Hyman, McDavid, Puljujärvi line did amazing. They did awesome. Every other line wasn't that great. Fogle, McLeod, and Yamamoto, I didn't mind them. And then Kulak and Barry got majority of the 5-on-5 minutes, and they didn't do that bad. They actually kind of gave a lot less minutes to Nurse and Cece over the last few nights. They've been really riding a lot on Barry and Kulak. Barry played 26 minutes, mostly because there was like 7 minutes of power play time, so that's the reason why those numbers get boosted up. Most likely, they probably would have given him a little bit more numbers to Nurse, but he doesn't really play that well in the power play. We'll move on to the last game here against the Kraken versus the Oilers. This game was massively disappointing. I didn't watch the Jets game. I did watch this game. The Oilers were off to an incredible start. I was like, okay, we're going to have another ass kicking. We go up 2-0. You see goals from Nuge and an amazing goal from Connor McDavid, who just continues to light the shit up. He just scored an amazing goal. Looked awesome. And I was like, beautiful. We're up 2-0. We're in a good spot. We got off to a hot start the second period. And then Beniers, Schwartz, Gudo, and McCann all score 4 goals in a row. And then Wenberg made it 5 goals unanswered for the Seattle Kraken to take it away from the Edmonton Oilers. And this was a really bad defensive game. You could talk about Nurse and Cece not covering their assignments. Nurse just not covering a guy in front of the net in Matty Beniers and wasn't able to tie him up, so he just shoved him into Skinner. I see that constantly from Nurse, where he'll just either try to block a shot or push the guy or just not do the proper things he needs to do to tie up the guy or whatever it may be, and is the reason why he's just has not been playing amazing defensively. So it's quite disappointing to see that from Darnell Nurse, especially since he's the $9 million defenseman, and he should absolutely be our number 1 guy, playing absolutely incredible, but we have not seen that so far from him. And CC, that's just not an incredible pairing between the both of them. And then Kulak and Barry, they just had a really rough night defensively either. They missed an assignment where Kulak was going to switch on his strong side, but then they just like Barry's like, no, I got this. And just a miscommunication left someone wide open and James Schwartz to top home his one. Bouchard and Broberg even made some bad defensive moves as well, where I feel like sometimes Broberg is trying, or Bouchard's trying to do too much out there, which then ends up him turning over the puck. And it's because he has to do so much. He's having to carry a rookie in Broberg, or having to carry a rookie in Niemelainen, who can't even carry the puck out of his own goddamn zone. So there's just, a lot of problems with their back end, and we're continuing to talk about them. Apparently, there's a lot of rumors going along with Jake McCabe, who I don't think we're going to get, but Garokovo seems to be out there. I absolutely think Chychrun should be out there, but I feel like Ken Holland is feeling like they don't want to pick up a defenseman that could absolutely replace Nurse, because of the fact that they sent him to kind of a horrendous contract. But I don't think we should be afraid of that. I think we should definitely be trying to go out there and get a defenseman that will help this team out, because quite honestly, we can't just keep screwing around here, man. Really, we can't. And I really don't blame Skinner for the bad night here. Like, 3 goals were barely his fault. The McCann one, he gave up a big rebound, and we weren't able to swallow up the rebound and get it out of the zone. So I do give him points against that one, but all the 3 goals were just bad defensive plays where we just weren't playing very strong defensively. So we got to play a lot better. But yeah, that's your episode of the OGR. I will be returning to your regularly scheduled OGRs, where I'll be making them right after the game. So everything should be going back to normal now for the OGRs. I know for like the last 2 weeks, or maybe even 3 weeks now, it's been kind of just really OGRs all over the place and sporadic and not doing them very much. But do not worry, we're coming back in full swing with them. I feel a lot better. I'm not as sick as what I used to be. And, vacation is basically done. So I'm just going to be, back to making videos. So I'm really excited about that, guys. So thank you very much for watching, good boys. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Adios. Amigos. Almost forgot how to do the intro or outro. My God.